My people, what's going on? So, YouTube family, y'all may ask, well, I got on a hard hat and I'm all geared up. You see me? You may ask why I'm all geared up, because I got some pests to fight. And I won't lose this fight. People, right here behind me, you probably can't see it right now, but I'm gonna show you a close up. I have a squash bug infestation. I have a squash lady infestation, and whatever else that like squash, obviously is letting me know they here from a squash, people. I got the hard hat because this is some hard work. I got a torch because if all else fails, it all getting burnt up. After you subscribe, after you like this video, after you leave a comment, just stay to the end so y'all can see how we finna kill these pests. Let's do it. Let me not be so distracting. But people, today's video is about fighting the squash bugs, people. Now I get so many questions about pests in general, but if you grow squash, you done had this before. You done had this problem. And yeah, before we get too far into the video, I'm gonna tell you one thing I will do next year and that you could do is grow your squash up. You wanna get it up off the ground. Grow it up like a tree and keep the bottom leaves trimmed, but I didn't do that. So since I didn't do that, and a lot of us didn't do that, I'm finna tell you how we handling this problem today, people. It don't get no worse than this besides death. Besides the death of the squash. Other than that, this is pretty much the worst you can get. So let me take y'all inside the garden and show you a little bit of what I've been dealing with and a little bit of what I've have done. And at the end of this video, the solution. Now people, the beautiful part about this ugly situation is that I tell people all the time, no matter how much or how good you are at gardening, you're gonna run across a pest problem when you're an organic gardener. You know, we do everything organically, and it's really hard to keep the pest away organically, but it's possible to still grow. I almost said it's possible to do it, but it's really not. It's really not. So this is what we got going on. Let me turn you around. You see that little yellow thing in the middle of the screen crawling right there? That's a squash lady.
Eat one.
And they are literally taking over the squash bed, people. They got me. I feel defeated, people. So what y'all are looking at, a squash bug eggs and some other bug eggs. Now, the rest of the garden is doing quite fine. If, like right here behind me, below me, pepper plants, everything is flourishing. Everything is green and beautiful and doing what it's supposed to do, except the squash. People, it look sick, it look disgusted, it look tired, it look like the bugs are winning the fight. So that's why we here today on this video. So the first thing you want to do, people, in a bed like mine, if you having these problems, is remove all the dead leaves. Remove everything that's dead, everything that's dying, damaged, remove them. It could be hard work if you got as much as me, but we finna get it done, and then I'm gonna talk to y'all in 1 second. Let me do that. So I'm tired, for one. For two, I got a lot of the dead leaves up out of there, and then I got this up out of there, people. Y'all can see this. This is an entire squash plant. A lot of the leaves, I see squash bugs all over it. The stem had little larvae on it and in it, so I don't know if it was a squash borer, vine borer or not, but it had to go, people. An entire squash plant, and it was actually still producing. Let me show y'all. It was actually still producing squash at the time of being so infected and disruptive to the garden. So I'm gonna sacrifice this whole plant. This is what we gotta do sometimes. So what I'm gonna do with this is either burn it, which I will probably be doing, put it in the burn barrel, burn it. Another thing you can do if you can't burn it, put it in a trash bag, people. Tie it up like some old trash and get rid of it. Put it in your dumpster, let it go out with the city trash, because you don't wanna compost this. You don't, it's nothing to do with it. Another tip is to not grow squash in this same bed next year, people. So if you haven't heard, it's called crop rotation, when you move your crops around. And a lot of times you do it because like squash and zucchini may take a lot of the nutrients out of the soil. So you may not want to put like a heavy feeder right back in that same soil unless you add a lot of amendments to a compost, worm castings, things like that. But another main reason we don't want to put the same thing right back in the same soil, because the squash bugs can actually overwinter in the soil, people. You come back to garden the next season, if you was to put squash right back in there, squash bugs already there. They waiting on you. They plotting on this, people. So let's get to this last step of how we gonna be disruptive to this squash bug community that's over here behind me. And then we'll talk solutions in 1 second, people. Let me go ahead and keep destroying. All right, my people, I got another one. This one was actually a part of this, but this is a huge zucchini plant. And the stem of it, let me see if y'all can see that. Y'all can see that stem? You can clearly tell some pests was getting there, and it's probably like a vine borer. It's probably the vine borer, and that's what was making this plant look so sick. Also, if you look under this leaf, can you see that? Hopefully you can. We got eggs, and we got that yellow squash lady larva, but there's plenty of that on here as well. So instead of trying to save this plant, it's best to get rid of it. We've harvested a lot amount of zucchini from this one. We still got some zucchini plants left that don't look bad like this. So we're gonna put this in the burn barrel as well. Now let's get to some solutions. I'm for real this time. All right, people, the first step of my solution is gonna be, well, for me, it's gonna be water the garden because my soil is super dry and it needs some water, people. But I'm gonna make sure I'm watering the soil, not the foliage, meaning water that soil, people. And we're gonna do that for 2 reasons, which we're gonna get to in a minute. Another thing about watering, what helps with my situation is when I water this soil, a lot of these squash bugs are gonna start crawling up vines and trying to get up out of there because I'm disrupting them, and I'm gonna be killing them as they coming up out of there. So that's first step. That's step 1. Let me show you. So pay attention to how, people, I'm watering the soil. I don't really want to wet all the foliage for 2 reasons. One reason is because it's midday right now and we don't want to burn the leaves and damage them any more than what they already damaged. Second reason, well, it's 3 reasons. Second reason is because we want the plants to actually be able to get the benefit from being watered right now since it's midday and it's hot. So we want to make sure that water actually gets to the roots. The third reason we are making sure we water in the soil and not the actual plants, people, is because the first thing we gonna do in this garden is powder it down with some diatomaceous earth, people. This earth will help break down like the skeleton of the squash bug. As they walk through it, as they eat on it or whatever they do, it will break them down from the inside out. It don't work when it's wet. So that's why I'm watering the soil and not my leaves. Secondly, if it does get wet, you need to reapply it once it dries. So like if it was to rain tonight, then I can reapply it tomorrow. We're gonna stay on top of it though. So I'm gonna apply some diatomaceous earth. Am I saying that right? Yeah, I'm gonna apply some of that for the next couple of days. This brand right here, I like it. You see it's organic and it comes with this little duster right here. So the duster helps you actually apply it to the plants the proper way. Diatomaceous earth has to be dry to be effective. So that's why we wanted to water the soil. That's why when we used, I did spray some mint oil and some neem oil. I try to apply it down to the soil and not on the actual plants. And then let me show you how I do the diatomaceous earth. I use this little handy dandy duster that they gave you with the diatomaceous earth. And what I did, people, was dust all over the plants. You see that white dust on there? All over the plants. All in the soil. It's organic, people, so it won't hurt you. All on the plants, people. I don't know if y'all actually can see that on the camera, but all the dust on the people. Y'all know I'm so organic and I love our pollinators to death. So the diatomaceous earth is my last resort, you know. But like I told you in the beginning of this video, this pest had to get it this time. I had the hard hat on. Hey man, this the last dance right here. The reason it's my last resort is because diatomaceous earth can kill your pest. If they land on it, it can't, I'm sorry. Yeah, they better kill the pest. But diatomaceous earth can also kill your pollinators. So we don't want to kill our pollinators, people. So the only thing that we can do to pretty much avoid that is it don't kill them all, of course, but it kills what lands on them. So one tip when you're applying the diatomaceous earth is to try to apply it to the stems, to the soils, to the leaves, but not the flowers. Let me show you a close-up of how I did that. I did the best I could to avoid the flowers, people. You see I have a pollinator in there right now in that flower, and it won't be harmed as long as it goes flower to flower. I did want to come get some camera time, so There go Medea, y'all. 34-year-old, 35-year-old sulcata tortoise. Another good thing that you can do, another tip, is to do this later in the day. Right now, I don't even know what time it is, but it's midday. This is the only chance I get to do it right now. But if you wanted to help to not harm your pollinators, do this later in the day, later in the evening, or, well, I wouldn't say early in the morning because it'll still be there. So do it later in the evening so the diatomaceous earth can work on the pests overnight. And then the next morning you wake up, you can water your garden, rinse it off, and then you can repeat that as needed. So that's just how we had to fight these squash bugs for today. I'm tired, people. It got the best of me. Let me put my hard hat back on. This was some hard work right here, people. So that's the end of it for today. Remember, make sure if y'all want to support us, you can always go to afyafarmsatl.com, buy some merch, purchase the ebook, Small Plot, Big Pot, if you want to know all my gardening tips. Also, people, you can sign up at the website as well. The newsletter is starting soon. It's just me and Asia getting all this done, so it's taking me a little time, but we're gonna have a weekly newsletter coming soon. Remember to like and subscribe to this channel, but don't leave yet. Let me show you how we gonna kill these pests last and for all, people. The last step is to let it burn. I keep telling you, I'm gonna tell you again, you don't wanna put everything you just took out of that pest infested bed back into the compost, back into your garden, leave it in the yard, because the pest just gonna spread. So we gonna burn it, and if you can't burn it, all you gotta do is put it in the trash bag, get rid of it, and we will see y'all on the next video, people. This is some hard work. This is some hard work right here. I'll see y'all on the next video.